episode of Camping Gear TV. I am one half of your hosting party this evening. My name is Ben.
I'm Josh.
This is Josh.
That's me.
I'm Ben. And we're looking at a knife today.
Yeah, it's the first time we've reviewed a knife.
Yeah, I guess it is.
We looked at the knife that was in my magical camping chest.
Yeah, but that was for...
That's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
For losers.
So this is the first time we've talked about a knife, and what we got today is a tactical or survival knife from Columbia River Knife and Tool, otherwise known as CRKT. And this one's the Ultima knife, and it's strapped to my leg right now.
How does it feel?
It feels manly and sufficient.
It looks huge.
It's actually not a huge knife. The sheath itself is pretty big, actually, but I'll get into that in a bit. First, let's talk about the knife. Okay, this knife, it's a 4.95-inch tang, as they call it, and it was designed by a guy named Michael Martinez, who's a sculptor / inventor. And what they found was that a lot of tactical knives out there don't really have the right kind of grip and the right kind of ergonomics for the different hand positioning that people naturally use when they're using a fixed blade knife. And so with that in mind, they designed this thing to kind of better serve all the different ways that people hold knives. It's got a really interesting handle on it that's got about 70 triangular grip segments, and we'll zoom in and show you the details of all this stuff. But what that does is it really allows for a really solid grip even when the knife is wet. The water or oil or mud just kind of naturally runs off of it. It's got horizontal grooves on either side so that your fingers hold it really nicely.
So is the handle, is it all like a plastic material, a rubber material?
Yeah, the handle is black Zytel, which is
my personal favorite.
A registered trademark of CRKT. It's injection molded, and it's really sturdy. And one of the other cool things about the handle is that it's got a built-in pry bar essentially that comes off of the butt. They call it a pry tip, and I think a lot of times with fixed blades, people will want to use the knife to. Thank you, sir.
I gotta help you out here.
What was going on?
It was becoming a little loose.
Was it?
Yeah. We didn't want it to fall off your head.
Well, so when people are using fixed blade knives, a lot of times they'll use the blade to pry things open. So what CRKT and what Michael Martinez designed was a pry tip on the back of it that's actually an extension of the tang, I believe. So whatever, it's really cool. To talk about the blade itself a little more, first off, it's black, and you can see yourself in it, which is pretty cool. It's a black titanium nitride coating. I had to look at my notes on that. It's pretty cool stuff. And the blade itself is made of 1.4116 stainless steel, which is nice. It's got these really unique grooves in it here, these what appear to be serrated portions, and it's what they call a patented ZEF or VEF, V-E-F-F serration. And it's developed by a knife designer named Tom Veff, and these things are basically good at really digging in deep. They're 60-degree angle serrated edges. I had it out last weekend and found that cutting kindling, things of that nature, cutting up limbs off of trees was a piece of cake with this thing. Both because the grip was so good, and then the serrated portion of the knife cuts deep.
How did it do slicing bread?
I didn't do any bread with it.
What about on those?
I thought about a hot dog.
Right. Those like Home Shopping Network commercials or infomercials where they cut the can and then the tomato. They cut the can and then the tomato to show that you can cut the can as easily as the tomato.
Right.
Did you do that?
I cut both a can and a tomato.
Did you
at
put
the same time?
Oh my god! Are you serious?
Yeah, I did.
And it went through them both.
It went through them both.
I've never seen any knife do that.
Yeah. No, it was amazing.
Right.
All in one motion, just like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the knife. It also comes with this sheath that I'm wearing.
The sheath looks real serious.
Yeah. I mean, the sheath, I think if you were to walk around your neighborhood wearing this, you would scare people.
Maybe even get arrested.
Yeah. But even walking around a campsite, the park ranger might take a second look at you. But it's actually pretty handy. If you're backpacking or something, or really out in the wilderness, this would really come in handy, actually. The sheath has got a lot of different interesting things about it. As you can see, I've got it around my belt loop and then, strapped around my leg as well.
Looks like we got this bit hanging off here. Actually, I guess you could untie that.
The actual sheath itself that the knife goes into, like such, is also made of Zytel, and it's injection molded liner and all that kind of stuff. I think the sheath is a little cumbersome for everyday activities. I might look into a different sheath just to kind of be able to throw this thing and in a backpack or somewhere a little more conveniently, because it's kind of a lot to just carry around.
It looks like it could go in a sheath maybe a third less of the size.
Yeah.
And you could actually, if you had a long t-shirt, conceal most of the blade and not look like you're out, trying to go like kill somebody. Not to say that that's what it looks like, but it's really big.
Yeah. But some of the other benefits or things that this sheath has that are kind of neat, it's got adjustable Velcro belt loops. It's got a bunch of little grommets on it that can be used for all sorts of stuff. It's got this little paracord that can be used for all sorts of different things.
It actually looks like there's a decent amount of footage in there because it's all wrapped up.
This thing?
Yeah. A paracord.
There's quite a bit in here. It's got this little compartment in the front on the bottom that's got a little buckle and a little compartment that you could put like sharpening stones or a small multi-tool maybe.
M&Ms would also fit in there.
M&Ms. Maybe Sour Patch Kids, or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Something
that would be able to soothe your longing need for sweets when you're out chopping the kindling.
Not popsicles?
No, I don't think that would work.
They're too big.
At all. No, that would not work at all.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. It's got, some security handle straps that make it easy to use and, keep the knife in place when you're walking around.
Can I hold the knife?
Yeah, you can hold the knife.
Am I allowed to touch it?
Yeah.
Soothing. It's soothing to hold.
Yeah.
It really fits to your hand well.
Yeah. So this knife's about $120.
I would have thought it would have been more.
Yeah. I mean, and I think for the price, it's actually pretty good. It gets a lot of really, really good reviews. You get what you pay for with a knife.
Yeah, it's really weighty. It's a lot heavier than I thought. I just can't imagine you're going to break this knife.
Anybody who's bought one of these and talks about it that I've seen on the internet says nothing but awesome things about it and is really happy with their purchase. So it's $120 well spent.
How do you think this fares against a bear attacking your family?
I think if you shiv it in the neck at the proper angle, that you're in good shape.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, you might want to come at it kind of like a spider monkey.
Right.
Kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
And maybe come underneath its head, prop up its chin, and get it like that.
Right.
And then put it back in your sheath.
Yeah.
Like so.
But you wipe the blood off on your.
Right.
On something on you as like a trophy to show like I just took down that bear.
Right.
And then you can make yourself a nice bear coat out of its skin.
Yeah.
As a warning sign to other bears, don't mess with me. I got this knife.
That's right.
CampingGearTV.com. Check us out next time.
Don't mess with us, bears.